Welcome to the 73rd Annual St. Patrick's Day Parade. I'm John McKeon, and with me is Maureen O'Hara. Maureen was everything from chairman of the parade committee to a grand marshal to a member of the famed, venerable O'Hara family. Maureen, welcome. What are we going to expect today?
Oh my gosh. Well, first of all, the sun is starting to shine through, which is a great sign. We are going to have more bands than ever from all diversity. So we've got bagpipers, we've got string quartets, we've got Latin music, so it's going to be such a great, fantastic West Orange High School. So we are going to have a great day today watching everyone come down the street, and our Grand Marshal, Thomas Brennan, which we're also very proud of.
Now, we're going to talk about the all of the honorees, which are amazing, but let's talk about the history of this parade. It didn't always start down by Town Hall and march its way to Our Lady of Lourdes. Your family started it, starting from Lourdes, heading down the opposite way.
Right. So you know what? So this year, there's two organizations, the Irish Americans of the Oranges and the Frank O'Hara Association, along with venerable families, as you say, the Brennans, the Sharkeys, Keeneys, that...
I can tell you're not a politician when you start mentioning names. Don't
No,
leave anybody
I
out.
shouldn't do that. And we originally, they started down at Our Lady of Lourdes, up here to the community house, and they got on buses down to Newark's Parade, which just celebrated their 91st anniversary.
Well, we're a couple years behind, but I know we're very prideful and like to say we're the best parade, not only in Essex County, but the state of New Jersey. The family parade. Why the family parade?
Oh, because of all these families, and you're going to see that today. Like our motto is family, faith, and tradition, and you're going to see all the core families here, along with so many other new families that are here and part of the community, and of course tradition. We started with our Mass this morning at Our Lady of Lourdes, which is special to everybody, and you know what, it's a day that a lot of people come back into West Orange that have moved away, so it's a great day to see everyone come out from the winter. It's a nice spring day almost.
Well, this is what I think we should all think about. It has been the coldest winter that I could ever remember, and I've been around for a lot of them. It is sunshiny. The spring is here. We're going to see bands. We're going to see community groups. We're going to have a lot of fun. So get ready to celebrate St. Patrick's Day West Orange style. We'll be marching into your living room in just a moment. Well, again, Maureen, top of the morning. The parade 73rd version is on its way down Main Street. And it starts off, like always, with West Orange's finest motorcycle policemen and women.
Division 1, here we go, with the Color Guard, the West Orange Police Department, that will precede our first band, the Essex Shillelagh Pipes and Drums, that'll be coming into view shortly.
And
wow, they look great.
By the way, when we mention West Orange's finest, after 40 plus years, we have a new police chief, Matt Fula. Congratulations, Chief Fula.
Congratulations to Matt. And here we have the Essex Shillelagh Pipes and Drums, led by Pat Pignatelli, the drum major, Dan Hodge, the pipe sergeant. So these guys were established in 1971, so they've been in the parade
a couple years now, huh?
Yeah, since we started coming.
Well, tell me a little bit about what's unique about this band as it comes for the first time.
As it comes for the first time, that's right. This is one band. They're located here in West Orange at the Shillelagh Club, and they'll come back and lead their organization. You'll see them back in Division 4. But they started in 1971, and they welcome both beginners and experienced pipers. And I'm telling you, I think that this is one of the best looking bands on the street out there today. There's Patrick O'Connor marching with them.
They even have a female or two that are drumming, as I see.
Boy, the band looks fantastic.
They're used to the kilt.
Led by our finest, the West Orange Police Department there. Past Deputy Mike here, new Chief Matt Fula. I see Deputy Dowd.
I see the Morristown Police Director just going by.
Yep, Andrew McCrone, Michael Corcoran, and
Mikey Corcoran.
Mr. Buey there.
Johnny Buey,
Yep.
so many of the police have, through the years, Jimmy Abbott, a lot of them have been deputy and grand marshals. And here comes the West Orange PAL. Now, here's my favorite thing about the PAL. Not only do they have great baseball teams, great football, they have this Field of Dreams right behind us where I was so fortunate to be able to help throw out the first ball this year, but they have girls flag football. How cool is that?
Oh my gosh, and I guess we still have Joe DePasquale and Lou DePasquale still as officers here, and some prominent marchers are usually Jimmy Williams, who's a former deputy that marches with them. Boy, that was a nice group
I
up
always
there,
think
too.
of, although he didn't necessarily have Irish patronage or that would be the right word, in his blood, but he was Irish at heart. Vinnie Albanese, who was the founder and still just an incredible figure. He'd be so proud of all the things that the PAL has continued to do.
And continue to do. I guess, what are some of the things they offer, like football, girls flag football, cheerleading programs?
I was mentioning before, they've just greatly expanded. We're going to be seeing from the Mountaintop League eventually. And, back in the day, it was a competition, if you will, between two leagues. That all changed good 10, 15 years ago at least,
Right.
where they work together. The Mountaintop League concentrates on soccer. What's played dividends is our high school teams have been incredible, both first in the state, soccer this year, a great football team with a great future even going into next year. So the work that gets done at the PAL and the Mountaintop League sets the stage for athletic success at our high school and beyond.
Fantastic. And now, so Division One is usually made up of all our officers, right? And the Grand Marshal. So now we have our law enforcement and firefighters, the Emerald Society of New Jersey. Drum Major is Michael McManey. Pipe Major is Jim Jennings. And this is also a really nicely run organization that they'll have a lot of families in town afterwards to celebrate.
See that beautiful headdress? You could see why they'd be intimidating on a battlefield, where it all came from.
And these guys have been around since 1981, and they promote our Irish culture and the bagpipe music.
I think there's a bunch of brother firefighters that are
Connolly's, yep.
following down the street.
Always looking very good there. And that's another band that we'll see in the latter part of the parade here.
I'm gonna have to correct myself. I said firefighters, it's police.
Well, that's what you'll see all through this division is the firefighters and the police, all uniformed personnel. I think they're leading up the Essex County Emerald Society Chapter 1.
That goes to the great history of this country about the great wave of immigrants and just how many Irish Americans became serving in both the fire department and police department.
Yep. So then you have the Emeralds, some law enforcement behind them there. Leading up, I think the cameras can probably see the Knights of Columbus 4th Degree Assembly. Navigators, Edward Kelly.
Maureen, you see a number of our Grand Marshal, not Grand Marshal, but Deputy Grand Marshals who themselves volunteer and are members of the Knights of Columbus. It's a great service organization. And don't they look sharp?
They do. And in front of these guys are the banner of St. Patrick, and that's always an indication that our Grand Marshal is probably close behind. So it's the banner of St. Patrick, and then the traditional Grand Marshal band, which is the pipes and drums of the blue and gold. And shortly then you will see the Grand Marshal. I do want to mention that the banner of St. Patrick is being carried by, I'll have to come back to that.
You can get back to it, but what I can think of is the banner of St. Patrick for many, many years, Johnny O. And sadly, we lost Johnny O this year, but he was a fixture in this parade. He'll be quoted as saying St. Patrick's Day was his favorite day, and how many years did he carry that banner up and down the street?
That's right.
Well, think of his memory and our sympathies to his wife.
When the Irish Americans come up, we'll definitely see that. I do want to just mention Tom's lifelong friends, Matthew Meyer and Brian Dillon, were carrying that banner of St. Patrick.
Speaking of Tommy Brennan, he's coming up the street, the Grand Marshal, no better feeling. Tommy was like yourself, the chairman of this parade committee, served on it for 25 years. He's professionally accomplished. The first time a third generation of a family has walked up the street as a Grand Marshal. His grandpa in 1980, his dad, Joe Jr., in 1995, and now here in 2026, Tommy Brennan. Congratulations. 1980, Thomas Brennan Sr. 1995, Thomas Brennan Jr. And for the first time in the history of the family parade in its 72nd year, 73? 73rd year. We have our Grand Marshal, Tommy Brennan. Tommy, 2026 is your year. First time 3 generations of any family in this venerable parade have done that. What does that feel like?
It's unbelievable, John. You know, my grandfather in 1980, Joseph Brennan Sr., my father in 1995, Joseph Brennan Jr., and now me in 2026. First time in parade history. It's amazing.
It is amazing. Now, Tommy, I know how much you appreciate the parade committee, particularly because for 25 years you served as well as chairman. I know you want to give them a little shout out.
Absolutely. It's the hardest working parade committee in the state. You know, this parade doesn't get down on Main Street without them, all volunteer, all giving their time and effort for the best parade going.
Now, I knew you when you were a kid bartending at Dillon's.
Yeah.
It's been maybe 20-something years. You're now run a factory or production manager for a major company involving escalators all over the country. You've worked on the courthouse in L.A., the Renaissance Center in Detroit. What great professional accomplishments. Reflect on that.
Oh, absolutely. Precision Escalator Products took a chance on me, started working in shipping and receiving, and worked my way up to the production manager. They've been terrific to my family. It's really exciting.
Well, speaking of family, I know how much your faith means to you, and I know how much your family does beyond your dad and your grandpa. How about those 2 beautiful children who are at the perfect age? And here's a tip from an old guy. Give your wife some credit.
Yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't be here without them. You know, it's my wife, Rena Ann, been married 15 years, my son, Dominic, 12, and Leah, who'll turn 8 March 19th. So we're really excited.
Well, listen, I'm not any great prognosticator, but I told you some years ago you're going to be Grand Marshal of this parade, and I'm so proud and thrilled for you, and as is the entire township of West Orange and our community. God bless.
Perfect. Thank you, John. Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh! And he has his parents. And I think you just mentioned.
Yeah, well, Eileen, God forbid I didn't mention his mom. Miss Eileen, everybody knows.
In the car, yep. Eileen, Mary Pat Bogart, and I guess Joe was walking up the street.
Joe, I see Joe in the shotgun. He called it going up the block.
Okay.
Hey,
And then his chief of staff was Katie and husband Ted.
Hey, it's awesome that the Dillon Association's right behind. I know that as much as Tommy is accomplished now, runs literally an escalator business, doing work all over the country. But here comes
Here's
the
our
Dillon
friend Danny
Association.
Snipes out there, who we want
Danny
to give a big
Snipes.
shout out to.
Danny never misses a parade, and the Dillon Association, I'm going to go out on a limb. Best corned beef in West Orange.
So with the Dillon Association, you have their president, Greg Salerno, and vice president, John Dillon, who's been carrying this on for 46 years. They've been marching.
The eldest or longest running Irish pub here in the city of West Orange. Dillon's.
So I think we all can see what's coming down the street.
This is Essex County, I think.
You certainly know it's the Essex County Sheriff's Office.
And there is the sheriff. He's our new sheriff. I think of Fontura coming up and down. He looks no less handsome in his outfit, coming down, leading literally the hundreds of men and women that make up our sheriff's department.
Yeah, so you'll see some of their vehicles because they provide law enforcement, emergency management, homeland security services to all of Essex County. And each year they come up and pridefully show all their equipment. I think the kids love this.
They do. I just saw.
It's a little loud for us, you know.
I just saw Freeholder Luciano go by as well, along with Sheriff Jones. I was screaming over the sirens. That sheriff's officer is going to be fired because she just squeaked over Sheriff Jones's name.
Oh my gosh! So this you have a new sheriff's officer. So for us not to see our previous sheriff is kind of strange.
Yeah,
you know?
Amir's doing a great job, and his
Yeah.
biggest supporter anywhere is Fontura. Truth be
Oh,
told.
that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. because Fontoura was definitely always a.
He was New Jersey
Yeah,
sheriff.
he was. Yep, no doubt about it. And I think with them, I believe the Essex County Department of Corrections might have been marching with them too.
So,
Director Ronnie Charles.
hey, so we might be seeing a shamrock or two today. Now, I know that we think of the three-leaf clover that was held by St. Patrick. What does each leaf stand for? Do you remember?
So, love, hope, faith, hope, and love.
God, I can never trick
Oh my
you,
gosh,
Maureen.
John, you just have to start to
much
tap
as
my
I
brain
try.
as we come out here once again with all your knowledge here of our background.
Well, when we talk about clovers, right, we all look for the four-leaf clover. Now, what are the odds, if you went of finding a four-leaf clover? How many do you have to look through till you find one?
Oh gosh, I remember that number was a pretty high number, somewhere close to 10,000.
You know what? I'm going to get you
I'm
yet.
starting to get the hang of this.
10,000 to 1. Come on, let me see if I can get you on this one. The most leaves found on any clover. Guinness Book of World Records was how many?
14?
You're killing me, Maureen. 14 is correct. We'd send you to Double Jeopardy.
You could ask me tomorrow and you know I'm going to forget it.
I have another fun one. You know, we think of Irish drink tea, right? That is their drink of choice.
That's my beverage of choice.
Well, there you
yes.
go. That makes sense with your Irish heritage. The average Irish person, how many cups of tea a day do they have? Wait, let me ask you, how many do you have a day?
I do have like around 4 cups a day, I would say. You know?
All right,
It's
well,
the average.
if 4 over or under is 4, would you go over or under that if you were living in Ireland?
Oh, probably I'd go to 6 cups a day.
Now she
Yeah.
nails it.
Yeah, 'cause that's all day. That's all
Gosh,
day. Yep.
right on the money. You know,
So
we are.
I believe it's going to come into screen if the cameras can probably see after some of these trucks here. I think it might be the Milburn Police Department color guard.
You know, it's interesting about Ireland. I mean, it's not a very big place from a land perspective, right? I think it's like 300 miles by 400 miles. Population is sparse, only 4 million people.
Which is what? That's less than even New Jersey, right?
Oh my God, New Jersey is 9, so it's not even half. But there's 1 or 2 more Irish Americans here in the United States.
Oh, they're getting at the old cars.
That's because they knew I was here.
Probably been in a movie, right? Or two.
So that while there might just be 4 million in Ireland today, there's 34 million Irish Americans
In our country.
in our country.
34.
You know, my favorite thing is to see the children, most of them children of the officers,
Oh, totally
on the trucks,
enjoying it, right?
in the vehicles.
Wow, look at the size of that thing. Wow.
Okay.
So if all the equipment is up here in West Orange, what's down
Well,
down in Newark?
And God forbid if there were any wise guys here today, they all just ran away. You hear nothing but sirens.
Sure, we're well protected. So you have the Milburn Police Department Honor Guard just passing us there.
Another great family.
Founded
Hey,
in 1868. Wow.
You know, a couple of other names, and again, this is the last time we're going to speak about a little bit of sadness, but we lost Governor Richard Cody this year, who was a great friend to the
That's
parade,
right. Another one
former
that's
Grand
not-
Marshal
yeah,
himself.
walking up in front of the Emeralds.
Alfie
yeah.
Sharkey, who just held every position you possibly could, himself Deputy Grand Marshal, then years later a Grand Marshal. His daughter Carol is a very important part of the
Very
parade. His wife, as a social innovator, as the parade was our,
Yep.
female Grand Marshal herself. And, Alfie was everything about the West Orange Parade, and we lost him this year as well. We always think of Pat Melvin and all he had to do with the growth of this parade. We think of Jack Sayers, who we lost a couple years ago, who was another great friend and former Grand Marshal. So the beauty of all that is that I bet the days when those individuals were Grand Marshals were some of the best days of their lives. And so what's so nice with families like yours, Maureen, to keep on this tradition is that great days are being created for a whole new generation.
I tell you, that's what I tell you. There was a lot this year, and it's tough. But you know what, though, I think it helps us too is that we are keeping the tradition alive, and we are involved and enjoy this because of all those people that forged ahead of us, who I think we have so much respect for and thank for, for having this here today.
And thinking of someone, everybody's taken way too early, but we all think of Brendan Tevlin as well.
Mm-hmm.
And beauty of a little synergy is that his brother, Brian, is going to be honored as Young Irishman of the Year by the Friendly Sons, and that will happen right on the 17th, on Tuesday. So I know the Tevlin family's taking a lot of pride in that.
So I think we have some of the police departments there.
See you. Orange Police Department
Right.
going
And
by.
I think Bluefield Traffic Unit might be passing us by. So each year they're, invited to attend. So we're always grateful for whoever comes and does march up the street.
Sun gun show.
Stop.
Uh-oh.
Some kids, they're throwing
Yeah.
some candy out there for the kids. It's
Oh.
nice to see them.
I always love our Irish tidbits, as the current administration is just changing the White House forever. It was an Irish architect, Tobin, who actually designed the White House that for the most part we see today.
Right.
Another part of Irish Americans being such an important part of our history. Military history, forget about. It's just
Oh yeah, we can get into that.
starting with George Washington, the most significant number of his generals were of Irish heritage. Matter of fact, first general lost his life was of Irish heritage. Speaking of Washington and St. Patrick's Day, right? That parade, the longest running parade in the world, is the St. Patrick's Day parade starting before our country was even born in 1762. And that parade still happens today in New York City.
Yep, and that it's one of the only parades, it's not the only, but one of the only parades that they will always go on St. Patrick's Day from Monday through Saturday. If St. Patrick's Day falls on Sunday, they go on Monday. And all the other parades, we always go on a Saturday or Sunday. I mean, West Orange, our tradition is Sunday.
It was that General Montgomery that gave the ultimate sacrifice as a general in the Continental Army. And what my favorite part, not beyond the 25% of the Army itself was Irish. Well, listen to this music and I'll tell you a great story about Columbus.
I don't see a sign, but I think it's the Sharpshooters Brass Band of Northern New Jersey. Their drum major is Adam Kleinman. The band was formed on July 4th, 1991.
Oh, and we saw West Orange's finest. Here come West Orange's bravest, our amazing men and women that are our firefighters.
The West Orange Fire Department and our fire chief,
Anthony Vecchio.
should be in there. Yep.
Saluting away.
And I'm sure that there is a couple of past deputies that we will see marching in their group.
No question. I know Abdur Yassim is one of our firefighters that also happens to run the Democratic Party here in West Orange. So serving in every which way.
Boy, our town's finest. They definitely
They have a
have
great
a nice
turnout.
group coming out today, right?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I would imagine, I don't know who's minding the firehouse. Come on, guys. Who's putting out fires today? There are a lot of them. That's awesome.
And they're going to be followed up behind them with the North Firefighters pipe band.
So let me tell you the fun Columbus story, right?
Okay.
Everyone says he discovered America, and forget into the historical, truth of that with Vikings and everything else we hear about. But the one thing is true. When the Nina, Pinta, and Santa Maria came from Europe it stopped in Ireland first. And on that ship that came over with Columbus was Patrick Maguire. Now, legend has it, they went to Ireland first to ask directions as to how to get here.
I would totally believe that. Because every time I ask directions over there, whether it's miles away or counties away, it's just up the road. It's just up the road.
Yeah.
So the Newark Firefighter Pipe Band, they're have about 20 band members. They play at various parades. Some of the officers are Ken Marcel, Ray Montalvo, Juan Ramos, Brian Donnelly. And they travel up here with their bus. And it looks like Frank, they do have a sash there. That might be Frank Dahl, who's the Grand Marshal of the Newark Parade.
Congratulations
Must be
to
a
him.
former firefighter. So that's who you just saw come through with his sash on.
You know what's amazing about the firefighters, and I know our group in West Orange, they beyond putting out fires, they several thousand calls a year as EMTs. They are the first to the scene.
Yeah. And these guys have been going all weekend because Newark, one of the older in the state, had their 91st parade this past Friday on March 13th.
You know who should get a shout out is our Department of Public Works, because not too long ago, this street was filled with snow. They really worked their tails off this weekend, and they've cleaned this street up like there was nary any bit of bad weather.
It's amazing how we had a blizzard just a couple of weeks ago and how great the streets do look. And you will see towards the end of the Public Works, we wouldn't be able to get this parade on the street without them, quite frankly.
Hey, our
So
good
you
friend,
see Bloomfield Fire Department in front of us too. Locals 19 and 219.
our good friend Barbara Lyons, who is at the podium today announcing, really is a wealth of information about the history of the parade. She mentioned the mounted police that used to come up the streets and was kind of kidding around about that. Ireland has a passion for horse racing. How many tracks, Maureen? Let me see if I can get you. Horse tracks are there in Ireland where they race.
Wow.
Come
I'd say
on.
a lot. 30?
Ah, you missed it by a couple. 27. Oh, gosh. The firemen from Montclair throwing
candy
candy
thrown at us. So I see
Hey,
that there's a Twix next to me.
Maureen, they weren't throwing it to me, that handsome guy. He was looking at you.
Oh my God. All I saw is I looked up for a second, I saw something flying.
Like he didn't hit
towards
us.
my head.
Montclair and West Orange, obviously, they work hand in glove together, as well as the
Yep.
city of Orange, Livingston, the mutual aid. They all look out for us.
And I think you might see Clifton Fire Department out here today
That's
as well.
my district, Clifton.
Yep.
100,000 strong. That's a big city.
There's the Orange Fire Department. I think Montclair. Boy, the fire departments, I'm going to say, might have some.
You know,
They might be winning the war of
There you go.
how many people are coming out to march with
Unbelievable.
them.
What a great,
the fire department has
turnout.
terrific showing today.
and so I mentioned, and we can talk and start to
Yeah.
get into the Civil War and World War II and beyond all of that as it relates to Irish American heritage in the military. Please let us all think about, sadly, the troops that we lost in this conflict in Iran, and pray for and wish all good things for our men and women who are there representing our country. Forgetting about the politics of agree or disagree, those are our troops and we stand behind them.
Absolutely. And I think
Speaking of the Civil War,
remind me to go back to, I think, the car that was going there. We have the 15 New Jersey Field Music Fife and Drum. A Civil War fife and drum established in 1982. These
Sure.
guys, again, seem to be
Yeah.
shrinking as time's going
Well,
on. But
they-
it is great to see them
it is
here
great
today.
to see them. And I think back to General George McClellan, who before Ulysses S. Grant took over was the general of the Army of Potomac. He was sacked by Lincoln. He ran against Lincoln. And when he lost, he came to set shop up here in West Orange, where he was elected to be governor of New Jersey. One of 4 governors that have come from
And
West Orange.
We know that they always lead our Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts, and I see the Mountaintop League in there as well. There was a Cub Scout Pack 110.
By the way, shout out to that. I said the Mountaintop League just went by.
Yep.
We should Beyond Soccer talk about their hockey program. They were champs again, and the young Anderson boy was made the all-county team. So what a turnaround West Orange hockey has been the last 5 years. Again, a testament to the parents.
Absolutely.
And
the
the
Yogi
great
Berra
volunteers.
Museum. Some people coming up today. I think this might be the first time that they're marching here.
That's a great place. They've got that little Yogi Berra field at Montclair State. Montclair State is a jewel, by the way. We all think of Seton Hall, we think of Rutgers, and we should, and some of the other great schools, NJIT, you name them. But Montclair State is something else. Beautiful campus if you get a chance to walk through there, with the athletic facilities being a part.
My niece did get her master's there, and she's doing quite well. Oh my gosh! And I know you love to talk about these guys.
I love this more than anything. This is my alma mater, my high school. They are led today. I see Oscar Guerrero, the principal of the great West Orange High School. I see Hayden Moore, our superintendent. I see Brian Rock, who is the president of the Board of Ed, Maria Vera, Dia Bryant, Eric Stevenson, and Robert Iyer. And all following the championship band. Lou Kelly leads this band. They are amazing. They're the grand champions each and every year, and they are coming, and we want to listen to how amazing they are. And can I say anything more about the high school? Coming up April 17th to the 19th, they have Cinderella, the Enchanted edition. That's going to be the spring play. They have scholars, athletes. I mean, look at them. If I sound excited, because I am. And it's not just because 100 years ago I went there or because all three of my daughters graduated. It is because, as being here in town as many years as I have, they are just a great source of pride.
And you know what? I love when they come up the street because they do. Oh, Danny boy, they do a beautiful job.
I already talked about you.
They are one of the premier high school bands. I mean, what a nice job they do.
Playing a little old Danny boy. Let alone, we wouldn't be here on TV without West Orange High School. We're here virtue of their cable.
A pleasure. I think they have the cheerleaders, the music boosters.
Cheerleading squad is
program.
Amazing. Their parent group is something else that supports them.
I think their coaches are Taylor, Teloe, Tina Pacino, Michelle Spears are some of their coaches. I'm walking with them today.
So last year we had someone that got a perfect SAT score from West Orange High School. This year we have the Gatorade Player of the Year, meaning not for New Jersey, for the entire country, going on a full scholarship to UCLA to play soccer. How about that?
Wow. Friends and families. Oh, Susan McCartney from her, is our mayor there?
I see friends and family. Is that our mayor, Susan McCartney, coming by? I see her beautiful daughter and her friend that's leading the way.
Some of the other. Oh, there she is. Yep.
She's there, and there she is. And with the first gentleman, Joseph, with several of their grandchildren. I see Michelle Casalino. Who else is in the? Who am I missing? I see Michelle Casalino, Joe Krakowiak, Joyce Rudin, Susan Scarpa, and I'm sure Tammy Williams is close by coming through. Our entire township council.
And then there's the West Orange Women's Club that's right behind them.
And by the way, this parade doesn't happen without Susan McCartney and the township council and all of their support.
Much thanks to them.
Parade's been spoiled going back to Sam Spina, some guy named McKeon, Mayor Parisi, and now McCarthy. It's great that we have the town's support.
And it's nice to see the West Orange African Heritage Organization come out in March.
It is great to see them. They were a big part of the Human Relations Commission celebration of Black History Month, as well as of Martin Luther King Day, and just go to the diversity and the beauty that's our town. Hey, former member of the Board of Education, Terry, going by and smiling.
Some Board of Education people in the car there.
And
They come up so quickly, they get by us, John, before I can even
and
say
mentioning
anything. So apologies if we've missed anyone, though. Like, so you had the women's club, and then I think West Orange African Heritage.
they're doing some double Dutch in
Human
here.
Relations officers Liz Mim, Dawn Adams are there.
I was fortunate to attend the Human Relations celebration I mentioned of Martin Luther King Day, and it was very poignant, beautiful speakers. And,
I get to pronounce too.
and a
Senator
good
John
reason as to
McCain
why.
team.
How beautiful you look.
Legislative District 27 represented well there. Rosie Bouglier,
Yeah.
Alex, and you probably can see
Yes, I
these
can
guys
see.
much better.
I could see Rosie Bagoli wherever Rosie went.
Bagoli there,
And
Assemblywoman.
Rosie, I see Alex in Colossos Gill. I give my Alex a shout out who's here. There's Justin Goldman, who has been on the Human Relations Commission and running by. Who is this guy? I see a doctor. Good to get. Oh, Sean is a great councilman from Livingston, our neighbor, and is doing well. Rosie, I've shouted you out 4 times. I'd like a picture. That's
Never
it.
seen Kenny.
John,
Without those beautiful
John,
shirts.
the famous guy here today,
so
with
famous
all the
tonight.
ladies coming up and giving him kisses.
Oh man,
Well, very
I
well
can't
liked
get you
there.
to kiss me though. I've been trying here. Come on, Maureen.
Oh, I have to get in line behind all these ladies.
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay, so just I guess a couple of trucks from that gets our West Orange people all around here, the band and everything.
The band. Could you imagine? Look at that tractor trailer. That's the kind of dedication that not just the band but the parents have in supporting them, taking them literally not only all over the state but all over the region beyond us as a town, being the host of a great battle of the bands. They go all over,
Right.
and that's why they're the grand champions that they are.
And so this is the first time this band is coming up the street. As soon as the truck passes here, we'll see. You know, sometimes they give us too much room, sometimes not enough room here. But you have the Joe Burko band here, and they are like a mummers band out of Philadelphia, and it's their first time marching here, and they're going to lead up our esteemed First Deputy Grand Marshal Eileen Aker.
It's a great time to talk about Eileen. I was going to tease her to the extent that her mom, her dad, as well as her husband were all deputy grand marshals, so it's about time she joins the club.
Yes, a little coaching or a little coaxing, and we were able to finally get her because she's the one that does all the work behind everybody there, particularly very involved in the Irish American Society of the Oranges.
I know that she'd want me to mention Colin, Dylan, and Jack, her 3 boys, and
Yep.
as much as she was a great basketball player in her day, and I bet she looks young enough and fit enough to still shoot the hoops today, she's now a hockey mom. So
Yes.
her 3 boys don't know how to play basketball, but boy, they're good with the hockey sticks.
And too, I think there's gonna be a car here. Her mother-in-law is Sue Aker, who has since passed, so she's part of that Aker family, West Orange, the Akers and Hassels that came together, and she has a really nice group of people, and you'll see a lot of, past deputies.
A lot of them from the O'Hara Association. You could tell by the way they're dressed.
Yep.
And beyond her,
Real nice looking group there.
she just in her bio gave such a shout out to old Beaver O'Connor for being an inspiration to her as a volunteer coach of the Lord's basketball team, the ladies, as well as working in the summers at our high school. I'm here with Deputy Grand Marshal Eileen Castles Aker. Eileen, now your mom, your dad, your husband. It's about time you joined the club. How's it feel?
Great. I feel honored, privileged. So excited for today.
Now, everybody looks like a kid to me now after all these years, but I think of you as a kid shooting hoops at Our Lady of Lourdes in the back, ending up working at Colgate Park in the summers with Mr. O'Connor,
Yep.
going on to key of a championship team at Mount St. Dominic's. You're a great athlete. Come on, tell me about that. And now you're a hockey mom.
Yes. Yes, I grew up playing basketball. None of my kids know how to play basketball. They all play hockey. But that's how I spent many a days walking to Colgate Park, shooting hoops at Lourdes.
Now, you have more than just 3 sons. You've got probably about 7,000 as a teacher now, 26 years.
Yeah.
Seton Hall graduate. You've got several masters from Seton Hall as well. And you've been in our school system now for that long. How does it feel? And that talking about an Irish American tradition as a teacher.
I love my job. I love teaching. I love teaching in West Orange, especially since I grew up here. I started at Gregory School, where I taught 3rd grade for the first half of my career, and now I'm at the awesome Hazel Avenue School.
Shout out to Hazel.
And I do academic support, and I teach. I specialize in reading intervention.
Well, all of our kids are lucky. The people that live here are lucky, and the entire Irish American community is so proud of you. Just have an amazing day.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
And I think you might have mentioned she was a teacher here.
And
she's been a teacher in town
Judge,
for 24 years.
Judge Callahan going by
Yep,
as
his
we
father,
say,
former,
saying hi.
Boy, that's a very nice group. And then I think in the car we have
And by the way, a great history. On one side of her family, they came from Ellis Island. The other side, they were here since the Civil War.
wow.
And 26 years she's a teacher here in West Orange, and the
Amazing,
kids in
right?
our town are lucky to have her.
And there's Al Aker and Mary Castles in the car following up there, which is nice. And you see in the screen there the Irish American Society of the Oranges. Their president is Kevin Bolin, and one of the founding organizations of the parade here. Some prominent marchers, Dennis Lenahan. I think there's Kevin Bolin, who's the president.
Yeah.
Their first vice president is Hugh Sweeney.
Guys. And that's again, I was mentioning Johnny O with the banner of St. Patrick, but truth be told, how many times was he holding that banner
Right,
coming up
that's
and down the
right.
street?
Yep.
They're a
So
great
I would
organization.
say, here we have their group. So you have a lot of people, most definitely in having difficulty deciding who to march with today.
Well, there's so many. Every one of the deputies have family stories in and of themselves, and West Orange roots or roots from the area, and everybody knows each other, which is why
Right.
this is the family parade.
And I see Lisa Brady there, who was just honored by AOH, and the former deputy grand marshal.
Gosh,
Marion Riley Kardesh is our former grand marshal.
God,
And
I just
then
love this music.
the second, so very appropriately, the 2 founding organizations leading off the 2nd Division, you have Rory O'Moore School of Pipes and Drums, who historically is the band for the Frank O'Hara Association. My cousin Patrick is currently the president. Sheila Roth-Parisi and Kelly Daly helping to keep it going. And I believe my Uncle Tom, one of the children of Frank and Louise, is here marching today, and you'll see this group historically marching up in the Irish knit sweaters. My cousin Terry here, and Patrick's wife, Eddie O'Hara and Patrick O'Hara carrying the banner there. And some of the old timers who come back year after year, which is great here.
Watch it with the old timers. Your relatives are going to come after you.
I know. I better be careful, what they say. And various cousins of mine and their husbands and wives and grandchildren and everything. At the end here, there's the next generation that,
it is.
hopefully, there's Sharon Lasher.
There's Sharon.
It's
Sharon. Oh, and I see our,
former
speaking of which,
mayor.
our former mayor, Mayor Parisi, Sheila, and her newly married son. And I don't think, I'm misspeaking to say I think the Parisis are going to be grandparents.
Yes, I don't
That
think you're speaking at it,
All right, that was the news I got.
And
Here
guests
comes the
here
prep.
is Seton Hall Prep Gaelic Society. Officers Jim McNanny and Kelly Parisi, I think, spearheads them coming here.
Listen, if they want to get an A in math, Kelly Parisi says, you
Yep,
come to
and
this
there-
parade. And
there
there's
she
Kelly
is,
right in the
there.
front.
Yep.
Big, she looks more and more beautiful like her mom.
All
But
these guys.
That's-
Headmaster Mike Gallo would be proud of the group today.
he certainly would, and as would Monsignor Kelly, who's going strong. And boy, Seton Hall is another. Talk about a source of pride of West Orange. So many people that are from the Irish American community being honored today have Seton Hall roots of them and their children. And they're again academically, athletically, between West Orange High and Seton Hall Prep, we are a power town.
You got it. You got it. And then all the way from Ireland is our Castlereagh Brass Reed Band from Roscommon, who comes over every other year. And they pretty much have been here for, they're here for a week or two and pretty much bop around to the various parades. Last night they were in New York City at the Roscommon Dinner Dance. And they'll lead up the Giblin Association. They're actually one of the oldest brass bands in Ireland. So they're leading up the Giblin Association. I
Yeah.
see Tommy Sharkey there out today.
Yeah. And, Tom Giblin is, boy, talk about somebody to look up to. He was at our investiture.
Right.
He's a big supporter of this parade and is
Great
is
there.
again somebody to be very proud of.
Then you have the AOH.
I called you. I
you
see
have the
Bob
Giblin
Davidson, who
Association, I
is the
think the
executive
AOH
director of the, and he's holding the AOH banner, but he's the executive director of the Essex County and Morris County Mental Health Association, and again, somebody else to look up to, and just another one of the, great Irish Americans that contribute so much to our society and the community.
And what's nice is they're moving up to that, moving nicely along the street. Here comes, so that was the AOH Division 9, President.
Oh,
Michael
here comes
Fletcher.
the dancers.
The Denogla School of Irish Dance there.
Now, Maureen, my favorite thing every year to ask you, so why is it that Irish step dancing, that they don't use their arms? Come on.
That was definitely something from the past, that they kept their arms.
Well, it's
I know
definitely
you
from the
know, and
past.
I
You know why? Because the dancing and the ethnic dancing per se was prohibited by the English. So what they would do is they would dance with their arms down so the British couldn't see them through the windows that they were
Sailed through
dancing.
the windows.
That's it.
Boy, though, look, this has grown from year to year. The owners are Jen McGovern and Allison
Oh.
Nagel.
And we're going to get a little show. Notice their hands are down.
How nice, though, that they're doing that. So these guys started in West Orange in 1993.
I think they were up at the top of the Shillelagh Club,
Yeah.
and now they have their own big studio and
New York,
continue
New
to
Jersey,
grow.
and Pennsylvania. Yep. And they'll be going to the World Championship in 2026 with 42 dancers.
Here's my announcement. I'm going to be dancing with Michael Flatley at the... No, I'm only kidding.
It really has taken on a whole nother
Yeah, river
element,
dance
the Irish
and-
dancing. Yeah, because of Michael Flatley, too.
There are so many different exposés this time of year in some of our great facilities down at the PAC in Newark.
Right. Boy, it's so nice, to see that.
It is, with those
great size-
smiling
these
faces.
organizations that started here in West Orange to come back each year and participate. It's such,
Now,
great pride.
as I grab you because
Yeah.
my hands are cold.
Yeah.
As we see as to how the grand marshals and deputies, the men are dressed up, they have those beautiful morning coats and top hats on, and that tradition came going back. Speaking of St. Patrick's Day parades in Newark, or not Newark, but in New York, simply in the 1800s when the Irish immigrants came over, they dressed that way because the people that were less than accepting of them thought of them as hooligans. So this is why they put on those, smart morning coats, tuxedos, and walk down the street in the parade to
Give some
demonstrate
credibility.
the credibility and elegance, and the tradition continues today.
I wonder how they got that name, though, because I do think, though, 7 to 10 hours from now, there could be a couple of hooligans out here.
Well, there you go. Hey, when I was mayor,
right
I
now
just
on the
pray for
street.
rain about 5 o'clock. Everybody go home. But
Exactly.
there is, so much, history to talk about just from our own country and how the Irish Americans, have such an impact, whether it's on theater, John Ford. Now today, while we're marching, happens to be the Academy Awards. So now, Maureen,
tonight, yeah.
you can't make this up. Tell me your favorite Irish movie.
So, listen, with my name and all, I can't help but say The Quiet Man
Oh,
with Maureen O'Hara
all right,
and
well,
John Wayne.
all right, well, we'll give you that. Mine is a more current one, Belfast. I think that was a great
fantastic,
movie.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was great. Oh my gosh, so here we are talking about community, right? And we have the Soleil Bolivia USA Bloke Band, I guess they're called. I'm probably mispronouncing that. Created in June 2017. These guys come back year after year. You know why? Because at the end of this parade, there's more people that tell us they love to see these guys in the parade.
Oh, their outfits
know.
are so cool.
Yeah. And they are quite entertainers.
Oh,
And the reason we had that lag in the parade is probably because the bands in front of them don't want to be over. So these guys have their nice spot here.
and they are mugging for the cameras now.
Yeah. We love when these guys come back year after year. I'm thinking they have their own division of the parade at this point.
I love how they have bells on their feet. I think I'm going to get those for my grandson so we can find them.
Now, John, how many grandchildren do you have?
Oh, I've got two. I've got my Olivia, who's going to be 5, and my Caden. I finally got a boy in my life.
Oh my God!
Two and a half.
I was gonna say, Caden, and how old is he?
2.5.
Oh my God!
Thank you for
wow.
asking. Uh-oh, here comes Barbie.
Oh yeah,
Where's
we
this
got
from?
the Barbie car, and I think I'm not sure that's Marion Brenner in there. I have something, the Barbie car.
How much fun. I
Oh,
love
yeah. It's not plastic.
Speaking of the kids, they would love that beautiful pink car. And as we
A
give
couple girls would love that.
give the crowd a little bit of
I
a
wonder
treat.
if she's cold up.
Yeah, I was going to say, she's making me cold looking at her.
Oh yeah.
Hey, you know, speaking of young ladies, that we go from Barbie, who is a role model on certain professions, behind just
Right.
something that's beautiful, just the opposite, right? We think of the first female governor in this country was Irish, 1924, Nellie Taylor Ross, 1924 in the state of Wyoming. And now we in our state of New Jersey have our second female governor, Mikey Sherrill.
Yes. Yep. Recently elected. Good luck to Mikey. And we have
I can
right
make
coming
believe she's
in front of
Irish,
us
but she's
here.
not.
I always thought she was. We have Bluefield High School marching band. Their director is Natalie Kerr here, and they participate annually in the tournament of marching bands, where they've won some things. Very nice band. I'm not sure. This might be their first year here. I'm not exactly sure.
I love their music.
You know. Nice job. Nice job. And they lead up the Nutley Irish American Association, who had their parade last year. And behind them, I think, are the Saddlebrook High School. Oh,
Beautiful. Hey, by the way, I know I'm going to get you here. I'm going to get you here.
Yeah.
So, little St. Patrick's trivia. What is St. Patrick's color?
Right.
Come on. Don't think too long about it.
Blue?
How did you know that? You're killing me.
Because that blue color comes up all the time. with
My
some
gosh, it's
Irish
blue.
stuff.
You would think it would be green, but green is because of the Emerald Island. I can't believe. I really did want to catch you that time.
You have Saddlebrook High School band and color guard coming up.
When I saw they were in blue, that made me think of it.
There you go. And you know what? I don't know. I was not paying attention, looking on the street there, and I did just. Yeah, well, I don't know if I heard the first part of that question even.
Yo, please. Now you're going to make me feel even
Maybe
worse.
said
I'm going to
color.
come up with a tough one. I swear I am.
Got our photographer there for the parade. Pass it by, Janet. O'Keefe. Burke.
Do you play an instrument? I always feel bad about not having
No,
that as
I
a part of my
did
life.
the Irish dance.
Oh, well, there you
I
go.
was not the instrument. Yeah.
It's not too late. I think you and I should take bagpipe lessons. It'll make for a great opening next year.
Yeah, bagpipe. With a skilled drummer there. Okay, so this is the West Orange Elks 1590. Michael Carlucci is the exalted ruler. Jay Ziskind is the leading knight.
They are
Here with
a
us a couple of-
they are a staple here in this community, right here on our main street. They and the work that they do with children with developmental disabilities, with veterans, the camaraderie they have, and the good works that go forward. They're an organization to be admired.
Yeah. They have like a good amount of marchers there. They say they have about 15 marchers.
And they're big supporters of the parade.
Always, year after year.
And our neighbors in Verona, Our Lady of Lake School is 100-year anniversary is on their way down the block.
And I think that was the Shore Brass Band that is just in front of us and past the cameras there. And they're in front of Our Lady of the Lake School, one of the Catholic schools in Essex County that comes back year after year to March.
And replete with Girl Scouts. Watch out for those cookies, as well as Boy Scouts and Cubs, and just again, shout out to the parents and the moral compass that
The
instills in
Boulevard
all the young kids.
Yeah.
The little ROTC group.
From Barringer High
Well,
School.
West Orange High School has a great ROTC group as well. And when you just think of military history, just going to, I mentioned the Civil War before, the Congressional Medal of Honor by President Lincoln was first given out, and the Irish Americans were the single most decorated group. From the Alamo, right?
Right.
Crockett, Travis, Bowie,
Right.
all Irish heritage. Think of Audie Murphy in World War II. I think of the Kelly brothers in Operation Desert Storm, our own West Orange astronauts,
Right.
one of whom now serves in the United States Senate.
And we
Pretty
have
incredible.
We have our third deputy coming up the street. They're led by the South Park and District Pipes and Drums, another great-looking band that comes down the street. And Bill McAvoy, I know you'll speak about him. He's a member of this band, and this band was born out of the Shillelagh Band, and their pipe major is Bill McAvoy.
Bill has
who
some.
is marching as deputy this year.
He has our deputy grand marshal has some story. You know, his grandfather John, in 1921, came from Belfast and was kind of warned he should get out of Dodge before the real trouble started to kick in. 5 years later, his wife and their 5 children joined him here in the United States. And about a year after that, Bill's mother was born. So that history is so very interesting. I'm here with Deputy Grand Marshal Bill McAvoy. Bill, what a great Irish life you've led. I don't want to talk about the bagpipes yet. We've seen and are going to see a lot more today,
Right.
which you can give us a little primer on. But talk to me about your beautiful family, your wife and your 2 children.
Yeah, thanks. My wife Lori and my son Billy and my daughter Erin. We are Jersey Shore people now. We live in Neptune City, but I am a South Orange boy. I've been here for a long time.
Well, there you go. Relative to the family history, it goes back to the 20s when one of your grandfathers came over to avoid Belfast, the north.
That's right.
5 years later, his wife and the 5 children followed them.
Yes.
And a year later, your mom is born here in the United States.
Correct, yeah. So my grandfather, his name was John Toner, and he was from Belfast, and he was in something called the Irish Republican Brotherhood. And he was sort of told, you better leave.
Statute of limitations has run now, we
Yes,
could
I
say.
think so. I think so, yeah. So he came over first to find a job and a place to live and all that. And then about 5 years later, my grandmother came over. All the kids except my mom were born in Belfast, and my mom was born here.
So tell us about your journey through the bagpipes. You showed up to the Shillelagh Club, they gave you lessons, and it's been history ever since.
Yeah, I haven't put them down since. I started in, I think it was 1985 or 6, with the Essex Shillelagh Pipe Band in West Orange here, and I'm still playing. I did a couple jobs last night, and I'm kind of out of place here today because I don't have a bagpipe with me.
Well, they're all going to be here with you, and you enjoy the march. We are all proud of you. Well deserved.
Thank you so much.
His mom used to say orange and green and peace in between. So, today the troubles have not ceased, but are much better than they were going back 10 or 15 years ago. And Bill, went for a lesson with the bagpipe like you and I said we're going to, and he hasn't stopped ever since. He's become a master and now is a part of that South Park band after
Pipe and band.
starting with the Essex Shillelaghs and becoming a pipe major in that great
He
organization.
was flanked by his wife, Laura, and his sons, Billy and Erin. I believe they were carrying the banner.
He's a Seton Hall prep guy as well as a SHU grad.
Yep, a lot of connections there. I think this is the Glen Ridge Marching Band. I did not see a sign, so I could be incorrect in saying that. But These guys are cleaning up. Oh, look at there's an old car. These guys will be are in front of another great organization that you'll see coming up the street. The Women of Irish Heritage, again, born here in West Orange. Our president, Michelle McHugh Schaefer, I think we'll see her coming up with her husband, but she's the new president there. And a lot of people, again, mixing in between the various organizations. And I think Glenn Glazier might be in the car there, one of our previous
Hey,
deputies.
I know that we all enjoy a great meal of corned beef, and that's our tradition. But number one, it came from because it was the cheapest. It was kind of scrivened by the Irish immigrants from their Jewish brethren who were here maybe a little bit before them, who would make brisket, and that's how we start making corned beef. In Ireland, it's not corned beef. What is it they have with cabbage? Come on, Maureen.
Bacon.
That's it.
I love the Irish
Bacon. Oh.
Yeah, I love the Irish bacon.
You get everything right. You're killing me. But
With a little help from you sometimes, you know.
eh,
There's our very nice organization, Women of Irish Heritage.
they do a great job
Some of
as well.
Their
They
officers there are Colleen Smith and Kathleen Smith-Loria. Corresponding secretary is Janet O'Keefe Burke, who's our photographer here on the side.
they all
there.
look so well.
Past Grand Marshal, usually you have several deputies there. Gail McGeady, Carolyn
really do a,
Torsha.
great
Barbara
job.
Lyons doing our announcing on the other grandstand over there. A lot of
So-
familiar names.
So now, where did everybody says luck of the Irish? Now, should I tell the story or do you want to tell me?
You can. You can
Right.
once again.
Well, it comes from the Irish miners, and that because it was their hard work and dedication is why they were so good at it. But that's the others that didn't work as hard and were just goofing off would say, luck of the Irish. So it's not luck, it's hard work and perseverance. That's where we come from.
Isn't that so true? How often do we say that? These guys come back year after year, which is great. The Orange High School Mighty Marching Tornado Band.
Oh, good for these kids for being out here to entertain us all. They look talented.
And you know, like these
Little
kids
drum
can
line.
get up on a Sunday and come up here and march in these parades, you know. It's a sense of pride, I think, all around. And they lead up the West Orange High School Air Force Junior Roxy, which I think you mentioned before.
I did. I didn't know that they were going to be marching, and now I see them. That's
Yeah,
great.
What a nice looking group, right? Their major is Joseph Marchesini, Chief Master Sergeant Yasmin Beckham. Wow, and they said they have close to 60 or 70 people today.
Now, many of these young men and women follow in the tradition of many of the brave in West Orange for years will go on and serve in the military. But many of them just do this from a perspective of camaraderie, discipline, their average grade scores based on ROTC versus the rest of the school community are superior. And what a great program, maybe about 10, 12 years ago, was started at the high school.
Yeah, oh my gosh, and what a nice looking group on the street today, right? I have to say, very nice group.
Hey,
you know?
it's another shout out to our Downtown Alliance. It's never easy to keep businesses on any main street. And in West Orange, they do a wonderful job in supporting those businesses, having the street thrive. I know they love this parade as a day where they can actually not count their money, but weigh it.
Absolutely. And you see the bus with the docents of the Essex County Turtleback Zoo, which is a phenomenal.
Is there any better
place out
zoo?
there.
Now, I live relatively close to there.
Right.
Nothing like waking up when you hear a lion roaring. It's unbelievable. It's a good thing the giraffes are a little quiet.
Yeah, and it's great to kind of see them show up today with their vehicles and some people.
Our county executive deserves, Joe DiFrancesco deserves a lot of credit for focusing on what was a place they were going to close down
Right.
to a place that's visited from all over the state.
And just passing here now is the Goldfield Throttle Connection and Dynamic Marching Band. And when I was looking at my paperwork, I thought, I don't remember them from last year, but I believe these guys were here last year as well. So, again,
I just love the
Coming up,
drum
yeah.
lines and look. Ah,
they're not only playing instruments, they're like dancing as well.
absolute inspiration. I don't know if our cameras catch the young man in the tuba, but he's like grooving.
Fantastic. Great job. Yeah. Love seeing that. Love seeing that. So behind them are the Pleasant Valley Productions, right? I guess Camille Vecchio is involved in this as one of the officers. Di Lorenzo, Scott Bear.
Well, you know, we've got the amazing Oscar Schindler Center for the Performing Arts right up off of Prospect Road. And I know that the Pleasant Valley Productions, in part, will help put on at least a production a year. And they're all volunteers. And
Right.
the Thesmians that are, give to the community through community theater, another amazing way. And the West Orange Arts Council does a great job as well. We have the film festival that goes on throughout the wintry months. The visual arts, just fine arts. They all do a great job adding to the quality of life of all of us in this community.
in this great town and county. And I think they're followed by, it's hard to see when there's a car in front, but the Unique Performance Arts Center, which is, I guess they have some dancers, UPAC troupe dancers they talk about.
Yep.
And they've served the West Orange community for 28 years, actually.
So Maureen, I'm
Yeah.
going back to St. Patrick.
Okay.
Now, we know that he was sold into slavery,
Right.
and then escaped, and then ultimately went back to Ireland as a missionary and did a lot to convert individuals to Catholicism. So the question is, did he get rid of all the snakes out of Ireland? These
Yes.
beautiful. He did. Oh, well, I got you. I finally got you. I got you. No, he didn't. It's metaphorical. Come on, Maureen. Metaphorical. It meant that he got rid of the pagans.
Okay, so now I didn't think that was true.
There are no snakes that are in Ireland by nature. Although people to today say the water is so, not clean. It's just like very crisp, but not the one I'm talking about. The ocean. It's like, come on, help me here. It's very raucous. The waves, and they say that's from all the snakes getting driven into the ocean.
Yeah, that are in there.
Legend.
Look at that. Let's see.
Yep, save the.
Oh, save
there
the
we
arts.
are.
So yeah, this is part of the West
There's
Orange
Tammy
Arts
Williams
Council.
is coming down. She was not
Yep.
with the council, but came down with the Arts Council. And my friend and I,
West
and
Orange
that was,
Arts Council, and then the Friends of
and
the
I hadn't
West
even,
Orange.
I haven't even seen them come by, and I was touting all the great things that they
You
do.
were. You're ahead of the game.
Well, it's a passion of mine as well. Not that I do the work that they all do, but I just know how important it is to the quality of life, and frankly, as an economic driver as well.
Yep.
They do a great job.
Couple cars here decorated for the festivities today. Coming through here.
West Orange Hispanic Foundation.
Now, I mentioned the limerick before, which, by the way, is an area of poetry that was invented by the Irish. The limerick, orange and green and peace in between. So talk to me about our. When I say our, not our red, white, and blue. We're Americans, but the Irish flag. Tell me the three colors and what they stand for.
So green, white, and orange.
Now, where's the green? Now, what is the show off? You may have saw one.
that would-
What does it stand for?
Well, that's Well, even though I said the color blue, green is Ireland, right?
The South, I guess, right?
Yeah, and then the orange would definitely be the North, the English, and then the white signifies peace.
There you go. All right.
So there's a couple things that stick with me, John, year after year.
It's good we can laugh at each other. We're not
There's
entertaining
probably
the
out
people
there-
at home. We're
there's
just
probably
entertaining
people
each
out
other.
there saying, "Who are these two knuckleheads?"
Not that knucklehead is a good way to go. There's Elvis with the green hair.
Got Elvis showing up today.
That's it. We got you.
There you go.
Thank you. There's
Thank you, Elvis.
walking by us now.
Where's the public library? All right, let's go.
We've got this big, beautiful, brand new public library. I guess it's not brand new; it's been about a year.
Right.
But what a nice job they did in just tripling the size of what we had. And great children's room, plenty of parking, and right in the middle of the community, so easy access for all.
And again, we have one of our local, it's, I guess, a group called Puris Paletas. And they'll be driving in their van, and I guess they talk about their all-natural, allergy-friendly products founded in West Orange.
Hey, I was mentioning, I was going to run into before, this parade has seen many governors march. It's seen United States senators and other types of dignitaries. There is a senator directly from Ireland that's marching, I believe, at the Shillelagh Club today, Gerald Harkin. And he served 2 different terms of 4 years in the Irish Senate and was influential as it related to the Commerce panel. And fun. He's here celebrating with us here in West Orange, and we're going to get him down to the State House in Trenton. And shout out to a special guest.
Fantastic, and you'll see him this week.
That's right.
Uh-oh, your notes. Uh-oh, I don't think... So, I think...
Wait, my notes are gone? I don't know what else to say.
Or I think I introduced them as Soleil Bolivia. They were earlier, but this is another band that comes back year after year, well liked by many of the people, indicate they love seeing them. Again, our diversity for the parade, embracing all different cultures. And the 2 like Indian dancers, you have the trucks with the, they have their dancers, and the trucks have their music on them, which definitely is kind of loud. I'm not sure if they hear us right now out there. That's similarly. John, they can stay warmer than us because they're moving around.
Yeah. I want to get one of those cool red hats.
Right. That's true. Yeah. We're out there. So,
Speaking of the diversity that is West Orange, the West Orange Hispanic Foundation is coming down the street to support their Irish neighbors. Our Deputy Mayor, Rodolfo.
oh yeah, there it is. Okay. That's coming up the street. There's the place in town, Puris Paletas.
Because I always have food on my mind. I know they're opening a new Mexican restaurant in town. Everybody's excited about. It's actually Restaurant Week here in West Orange, so get out and support your local restaurants starting
most
on the,
definitely.
I believe, 21st.
Most definitely.
And for the whole week, for the participating restaurants, you get fixed price, great discounts, and it's maybe sometimes a traditionally slow time for those places, so it's good for business, and I guarantee you, once you get to one of our fine restaurants, you're going to go back.
Oh yeah, definitely. And you can see like some of West Orange's restaurants coming up the street now, coming out. It's good advertising, support. I think I see Mickey and Minnie there.
Oh,
with,
more
veggies.
importantly, the heck with Mickey and Minnie, I see Bluey in the back.
And the taco truck.
We're going to have to ask for the licensing because Walt Disney may come out of the sky and give these guys a summons.
I hope the kids didn't. I hope the kids are still out on the street to see these guys, right?
Yeah.
'Cause it is definitely a little brisk out here today as we're sitting here. The
See if-
sun was out earlier.
See if we could borrow Bluey's head and keep us warm.
Oh yeah, like I'd say he's nice and warm in there.
Okay, so you know Bluey. Who's the other one? Come on. I got you.
Banana or yellow?
No,
Yellow?
it's
Yellow?
yes, it's
Yellow.
Bandit.
Oh,
Bandit.
Bandit. That's his name?
I couldn't get you on Irish trivia.
Yep. Local place, tacos, Benji's.
The taqueria. What you at the Metagon? Taqueria. Come on.
Taqueria. Oh, yes. I definitely could bone up on that. We got a couple people, I guess, from Davy Tree Expert Company. They've been serving homeowners and businesses
That's,
throughout New Jersey. I guess we're doing some advertising here today for some.
Hey, that's a good reminder that it really is going to be the spring. I know it's coming.
That's coming. That's right. This is like the sign to get out of your house, come down, get out in the fresh air.
Hey, I've got another fun fact for you. Do you know Halloween? It originated in Dublin. Was actually founded by the Vikings when the Vikings were in the old sod, and it was a pagan celebration. And literally, Halloween had its genesis. Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Oh wow, that's different. And look we have Science Park School Legion of Boom marching band coming up. Oh, okay.
Let's see if I can get you this time.
Okay.
Right? The national symbol of Ireland is a clover, right?
No, I don't think so. Is it? Yes.
No. Well, now, what do you mean you don't think so?
It's not art.
It's not. Okay. You're just laughing at
Which
me
you
like.
do see around. I think one of our deputies. Gosh, you'll be coming up the street. I would say, boy, that's a good entree to one of our deputies that'll be coming up shortly, Daniel Cunningham. But Science Park High School was established in 2016, so it's relatively young.
All right.
Their band director is Mr. Mario Banks. Again, oh my gosh, a colorful high school band. Oh, these high school bands are fantastic.
They are. It's the family parade. We are family.
One of our many bands coming from Newark, so sound terrific. They look like they're nice and warm too. Behind them is, I don't see a sign, I think it's the Euphoria Dance Club. I guess the group's, kind of behind them here. Got their green capes on.
All right, Maureen. Now we know this parade is now 73 years young.
Yeah.
We talked about the St. Patrick's Day parade in New York, but what was really the first place in the United States where they celebrated St. Patrick's Day? And I'll give you a hint, it wasn't New York.
So, you know what, there's some people heading down to
It's a place that's warmer than here.
so it's funny because there's people heading down to Savannah, and I know that's not it, but is it Florida?
It is in Florida, St. Augustine, actually.
Well, St. Augustine's been around for quite some time. That's where they had the first
It's
St. Patrick's Day parade.
absolutely, well, called parade as much as a celebration.
Celebration.
And the Spanish were in St. Augustine, and the Irish Americans that were there felt as if they wanted to be known and recognized, and that was literally the first celebration of St. Patrick in the United States. I think the Spanish
Year
then
after
smushed them.
year. I don't know. You are
And they stopped doing
a
it.
bevy of knowledge there.
Yes.
I think the cameras see now.
I'm fun
that
on a date, I swear. I can have a lot of, I can keep a conversation going.
I would say so. The Iron Jeeps of New Jersey, President Smiley and Vice President Jay. No one on foot though, but they have members in the Jeep, Wrangler and Gladiator models. And they have indicated they have brought about 12 Jeeps driving in the parade today.
Way cool.
And
Now-
they're like Jeep enthusiasts and hobbyists. And what started off as like a weekly hangout turned into this community-based group.
Now I do see a leprechaun on the top or coming out of the pot of gold. So now leprechauns, right? They're Celtic legends,
Right.
and they're actually fairies, right?
Right.
Now, what's special about leprechauns? Are they good? Are they bad? What are they?
Oh, I don't know if you can say they're good or they're bad. They're
Mischievous.
yes, very good. Yes,
Very good.
mischievous. I like that. And look at here in front of us is the East Side Marching Band. They're drum majors Alicia Williams, Medic White.
Nice job, East Side.
Very enthusiastic. Oh, and so they're leading one of our organizations, the Mal Association, who comes back year after year.
They've had a lot of honorees come out of Eddie Mao.
See the Sash is a family organization that started after the death of one of their siblings, and you can see there very many of we have some deputy
I see
marshals
Barbara
there,
Lyons.
Hughes,
Barbara Lyons, Barbara Hughes.
Some of the Malkinskis there.
I
Yep,
see
yep.
Barbara was my partner a number of years ago now. I get to see her at least once a year, if not more. A great Immaculate Conception alumni and a good
That's right,
person.
That's right. Her and Mike were on the board over there, you know. Tom Malkinski, one of our past deputy grand marshals here in West Orange. They always get their group to come out and march.
They're a lot of fun. That's a fun
Yeah.
group.
Yep. And then we are now going to see those original bands who finished in the first division come back and lead a couple of their organizations. I believe that the Emerald Society Pipe and Drum Band will be leading up one of our deputy grand marshals, our third deputy grand marshal, Daniel Cunningham, who I know you spoke to earlier today.
I did. I'm excited for Dan to come up the street. Boy, Danny is, really one of 5 of 7 children. The Cunninghams are and continue to be renowned here in West Orange. I know, sadly, one of his brothers passed, Jimmy Cunningham, who worked forever here in the recreation department and then ran the Verona recreation department and was taken from us all too young. But today is a day to celebrate. And speaking of children, Daniel's beautiful wife of 30 years, or soon to be 30 years, Jadine. There's her 2 children, Moria and Liam. And Dan Cunningham is all what's great about being Irish and being from West Orange.
And recently at the O'Hara Shillelagh party, his daughter Moira did a terrific job of introducing him. He has a lovely family, and you'll recognize that he is the uncle of our general chairman. So their family is probably the Cunningham McNeil family is spread off around a couple of organizations here too. You can see various members.
I am here with Deputy Grand Marshal Daniel Cunningham. Dan, you and the Cunningham family are synonymous with Irish American service, with faith. You were 5, I think, out of 7 children. And, again, your dad and mom were legends, as are all of your brothers and sisters in their own right. How does it feel today, representing the Cunningham family?
Feels great. And to me, that's what it's about. It's about being here with my family. And that's part of it, family, faith, tradition.
That's such a big part of it. Yeah. Now, tell me a little bit about your 2 beautiful children, who I know are not children anymore, but doing well in the world.
Moira was a teacher at the high school. Liam just became a sergeant in the Army National Guard. Wow. He works for the state, but he was deployed in Syria for a while.
Well, we all thank him for our service, and we all think of our men and women in the armed forces now overseas in that conflict. Now, great other part of your life. You were a letter carrier for 36 years.
Yes.
But the part I love, and I'm sure you do too, Dan, is you were shop steward and then president of the union. Why don't you talk about...
President of the branch, yes.
Yeah. So talk a little bit about being a union head and why it's so important.
Very important. And it's a thankless job, but you know that going in. And you represent your brothers and sisters. That's what it's about. I'm a real union man, and my family's union.
Well, look, coming down the street now, in your retirement, if you will, you've done so much work for the West Orange Downtown Alliance. The street looks beautiful. Shops are thriving, notwithstanding the challenges. That has a lot to do with you. There must be an extra source of pride for you today.
Well, I love what I do. It's my retirement side hustle. I collect litter on Main Street and the Special Improvement District. Love doing it. People thank me all the time. It's just great. And I make a difference. And it's not complicated. You just pick it up.
And Daniel Cunningham, you surely do make a difference. Our Deputy Grand Marshal, have a great march today. We're very proud of you.
Thanks, John.
Yeah, 36 years a postman, and he was a shop steward, the president of the local. It's a real union man as well. Lady of Valley grad, Lords, like so many of the people here today. Big Shillelagh Club member. And West Orange Alliance, the street looks so beautiful and vibrant because of his volunteerism. Congratulations, Dan.
Fantastic, yep. And you have the Holy Brass Band leading up, oh my gosh, I just saw them. The Thomas
Friends of Thomas Edison going by.
National, yeah. They're really coming up fast and furious at the moment.
They are, and
Once
we,
they
you
get
know,
past us, John, right?
you're speaking of history in all of our lessons, the fact that the world changed from our Main Street, where we have the Thomas Edison Invention Factory, as well as his gracious home in Llewellyn Park, the first planned community in the United States, now the home of some of our most prestigious citizens. Just amazing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And so our lead band is probably one of our last bands here, the Essex Shillelagh Pipes and Drums. And they're here leading their organization. And the final Deputy Grand Marshal of the day, Steve Schaefer.
I was worried about Steve. I said, did we miss him? I was like, I didn't think I saw him.
He's on his way up.
You know, talking about Steve and his family, he's Seton Hall graduate. I have a lot of empathy for him, as he, like I, am the father of 3 daughters. His 3 daughters, Anne, Molly, and Colleen. Annie is a teacher at Livingston High School. Molly is a Moravian graduate, the place near and dear to my heart, as well as working as a paralegal. His daughter Colleen's a social media maven. And working in that field 36 years. Steve was at UPS, has always been a serial volunteer, someone who I think was just a great, great person.
And here
His
he is coming
in-law.
back, walking
there
by.
they are.
Both very active in so many of the Irish organizations.
I was gonna
His
mention-
wife is
yeah.
president of the Women of Irish Heritage.
I am here with Deputy Grand Marshal Steve Schaefer. Steve, first off, as a girl dad of 3, empathy to you, but, well, kudos, because I know all 3 of them, thanks to you and your wife, are out of college doing well in the world. Reflect on your family.
Listen, and you know it, this parade is all about faith, family, and fun. And my family goes a long way back to this parade, but my 3 daughters are really special to us, Anne, Molly, and Colleen. Every one of them enjoys coming down to the parade for parade day.
Now, I know 36 years at UPS, you finally retired after all that hard work, but you didn't quite retire. You are a serial volunteer. Goes back to your father-in-law at the Shillelagh Club who got you going. You haven't stopped. You're on the executive board there. You've been the Shillelagh Man of the Year. What's it like to give back, and why do you do it?
You know, that was something that my parents and Spanky, of course, got me involved in when I was a youngster. He got me going at Project Children at the Shillelagh Club. And then after working with UPS, I started to volunteer more with the Knights of Columbus and the VFW and doing a lot of work with them. And that just carries on through for the way I live.
I know you do a lot of stuff with the vets, with the wreaths and seniors as well.
Myself, everybody, we like to help out the veterans because hats off to them, tip of the hat to them. The veterans are the people that are out there helping us what we do today.
Well, listen, the West Orange community is proud of you. The entire Irish American community is proud of you. And just have a great day.
Thank you. Thank you. All the best.
I was going to mention Spanky McHugh, her dad, and his father-in-law. He volunteered him to do a couple things at the Shillelagh Club, and he's been volunteering every year. He's now was their Man of the Year in 2024, volunteering for the Shillelagh Club as one of their executives, and is involved with wreaths for veterans. Serial volunteer and a great person and a great representative of our parade.
Most definitely. I think the Shillelaghs were very proud to put him up, and you could see like one of the finest organizations who are so active in so many community events, and even in our parade, with their nice new banner there. I think this has been a couple of years, but their president is Chris Coughlin, vice president is Rick Dyer, Tom Fleming is their treasurer, Bill Coleman is their financial secretary, and these guys are probably one of the sharpest organizations walking up the street in their green jackets. And there's many of them missing because they're also in many other organizations doing a lot of other things today. So it's so nice to see them out here today, strong, with all these gentlemen behind them looking so sharp. And past Grand Marshal, you see Kevin Kinney there, Larry Lonergan, a past deputy, Pat O'Rourke, a past Grand Marshal.
I would imagine the Shillelaghs are right up there with the O'Haras as far as boasting the most significant number of honorees through the years.
Right. Oh yeah, a lot of familiar faces. Francis Schott.
Best,
again, a lot of these people with their families and roots in West Orange.
Now, I mentioned the best corned beef. It's certainly the best hamburger you can get throughout the year at the Shillelagh Club, no question.
Yep.
I see the Gunnings going by.
Yep, the Bob Gunning there, Dennis Knox. Yep.
Good Dennis.
So, many people.
It's their 60th anniversary. Wow. God, it's just
We have the other.
Yeah, it's a great job that the club did. I think it's been about 10 years now that the club all got together and did a major renovation. It's just the clubhouse is just beautiful, and again, it's what makes West Orange a lot of fun.
Yes, no doubt about it. And I think you see the group, the Shillelaghs from Old Bridge, because from West Orange and Old Bridge, there's a lot of other ones that have sprouted up around town.
Yeah. I know they have a great curling match that they sponsor every year to up at the fields fields behind them by Seton Hall.
They've gotten active with like the GAA and the young kids playing hurling and stuff up there.
Oh.
They use all those fields.
Yeah, that's really correct. And they're all walking with the traditional shillelaghs.
You see that right there? Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
The group, the kids. Yeah.
Now
so
it's kind of
these guys
fun
are
that they got kind of stuck with us. But you know what that means? It means that down at the other end of Main Street by Our Lady of Lourdes, it's jammed, and there must be
yes, that's right.
5 to 10 deep.
And these guys have probably been outside today, standing for a little bit, so they probably just want to keep moving. I don't know what the delay is there, but they here they go. Because for the most part, not too many really groups have stood in front of us today.
No.
It's moved up the street nicely.
And now here come the Irish sports that we were referencing, the things that they're doing. And now I think our amazing parade committee, and Maureen, I'm going to let you wax eloquently about the work that they do, because you're a big part of it.
So I have to tell you, it's a group that works so well together and, spends about 6 months of the year pretty much putting this parade on the street. So this year we're led by obviously Grand Marshal Tom Brennan, but our officers is Michael Cunningham is chairperson. Casey Hughes doing the announcing over there is our vice chairman. Mary Castle is the treasurer.
Well,
Speaking Cunningham is
there you go.
the financial
Speaking
secretary.
of Michael Cunningham, I think that he's going to come pay us a visit so we can
fantastic.
properly
I'll
thank
see
him. What do you think?
Reading down here. Tom O'Rourke is our corresponding secretary. Terry McHugh is recording secretary. Chris Whiteman is our sergeant at arms. And I think that Michael Cunningham is going to come over and speak to John and give him a couple words of wisdom as to how the parade went up the street today. So right now you'll see like all the adjutants behind here coming up now that the parade is completed on the street.
I'm here with Michael Cunningham, the chairman of the West Orange St. Patrick's Day Parade. From Young Irishman of the Year to the chairman of the parade, he is the next generation of what it's all about. What a job your committee did today.
It was a tremendous day. I don't know if we've had a bigger parade in a while. Just organizing everyone down Main Street, I looked around, and I don't think we've had that many people marching before. I haven't gotten to see the crowd yet, but I'm told that they are massive. Really, really tremendous year, and I can't thank the committee enough for all the work they've done getting this together. Jeff Bogart, our adjutant, putting the groups together in the line of march today. I don't think we've had this many groups ever, and it's just a really, really incredible job well done.
There's no question it's the biggest crowds ever, notwithstanding that it's a little bit chilly, but never cold on a St. Patrick's Day. You must be double proud today because your uncle was also marching as one of our honorees.
It was great having him on the street, representing our family. He walks up and down the street every day cleaning it up as the man in yellow working for the Downtown Alliance. So it was nice that he's getting the recognition that he deserves, and he gets to march up Main Street as an honoree.
Well, I only wish we could give you all the recognition and thanks that you deserve. I know how hard it is from raising the money to doing the organization, just to dealing with organizing just the last couple weeks. We're really proud of you. You're a young man that we can all look up to, and thank you, and good luck with a enjoyable rest of the day.
Thank you, John.
All right. Thank you very much. Well, my God, an hour and a half later, I'm exhausted. I don't know about you, Maureen. I know you're ready to walk down with the parade committee. I'm going to soon to follow. What a day.
Oh my God, wasn't it fantastic? Oh my God, the bands, the excitement, the people on the streets. A wonderful, wonderful day again for West Orange.
My favorite part, and you can relate to this, was the feeling, the look on the face of the Grand Marshal, the deputies, as they march down with family and friends in tow. It's just a great feeling and a great day to be Irish. Happy St.
Patrick's Day.